What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are back again for another season of the AOR Oceania F1 Championship for season number 4. We are here, as you can probably tell, for round number 2 here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, pretty much, it's pretty similar to, like I mentioned in the SRL video. I missed the first round in Australia because I was away. Like I mentioned, if you notice any release to show, then you'll probably understand why. So I was away for that one. So fortunately, I was pretty much a spectator. But this is the championship standings, obviously going into the round. So Alan Hugo took the first race win ahead of HO and Fens. This is the Constructors Championship at the moment. So it's Ferrari ahead of Mercedes and Sauber. Of course, the only team probably in the score points are McLaren and Toro Rosso. So there's the calendar for season 17 overall for AOR, but of course season 4 for us. So it's a excuse me, just trying to catch my breath. It is a 10 race calendar for this season. Again, pretty similar like what I said in the SRL video. Basically, since F1 2019 is coming out a lot earlier in late June. Obviously, this calendar, I think originally we were sort of planning around, what was it, about 12, maybe 13 rounds, maybe just a tad more, maybe. But since obviously F1 2019 was announced, anyway, we obviously had to rectify that. Obviously, myself being a coordinator, we obviously had to rectify that to now a 10 race calendar. So obviously, you saw there, that was the 10 race calendar. So obviously, Australia has already been done and dusted. Bahrain, obviously we're here for this one, so we go to China, we go to Austria, Great Britain, Germany, we go to Belgium, Italy, and then have a week break, and then Japan and Brazil to wrap up this season. And pretty much, yeah, the Sunday when it finishes up, obviously that week is basically when F1 2019 will be released. Now, I'm not sure exact dates from when the F1 2019 sort of season, which will be obviously season 5 for us and season 18 overall, but yeah, be sure to keep an eye out for that one. Like I always mention, I'll probably leave links down below for the AOI website and that to keep an eye on things. But come across the line here for our first flying lap. We actually go provisional pole actually for the time being with a 1 minute 27.063 on super soft tyres, as you can probably tell. So again, like I mentioned in SRL, it's the same for AOR. I just want to have a bit of fun here for this season. I mean, I'll try and get some decent results for this season, especially for my esports team with VSR, of course. So I want to try my absolute best, and obviously, I think F1 2019, I really want to take it up to another level anyway, and hopefully I can probably in future match it with the top guys
Our best
future.
lap so far is a 1 minute 27.0.
So yeah, we did get bumped off the top spot, as you can see, by VFens, who of course set his lap time actually on the medium tyres. So I probably don't have the pace like most of these guys do on either the mediums or the soft tyres. So just didn't feel comfortable at all. But we go for a run number 2 there. We actually get let out again by one of the Red Bulls there. I think that's actually Chicane actually who's reserving for this season. Now, you're probably aware there are a few names that are sort of new as well, or like old faces that have been in other leagues and whatnot. So basically, this season for our tier especially, we've sort of allowed the racing line for this season. I think in future, probably for next season anyway, but we'll cut for a second here as we lose the back end coming out of turn 2, and I knew then that was the lap time gone pretty much. So I knew it was pretty much wrapped up. So I just aborted the lap, and I think I've just come straight back into the pit lane, just getting out of everybody's way here. But yeah, can't remember what the hell I was saying there. So yeah, like I said, there's a few familiar faces from last season. The guys, there's not a lot of people that continued on for season 4, especially like guys like New Zealand Ryan. Of course, he's taking a well-deserved break after becoming a 3-time AOR champion.
Our best lap so far is a 1:27.0.
Obviously, Greek Master as well. He's another one that's taking a breather. But there's a few guys that are still continuing on. VFens, one. HO, another. There's probably a few other guys there. You could probably tell. There were a few. DRC Jarrett is another one. There's a few other guys. Laggy, of course, my teammate from last season. Of course, probably, I don't know if I mentioned it in the Abu Dhabi video from season 3, but a big thanks to Laggy for the season. It was great fun being your teammate for season 3, and maybe in the future we could probably be teammates again. But yeah, I decided, like you could probably tell, for a bit of a fresh start for this season, especially because obviously Laggy does love being in that Haas. So I decided to obviously try a few different cars there. So this season I am obviously in the Honda Power of the Toro Rosso. Just felt like, I mean, yes, I did drive Honda Power back in the McLaren back in F1 2017, but I really wanted to obviously try some different cars, obviously, before F1 2019 comes out, because I don't really know what car I'm going to be driving for that particular season anyway. But we're sticking aboard here for my fastest lap actually of the session. We're still currently in P2, so we're showing some pretty decent pace at the moment. But yeah, like I said, this season, last season for AOR, the top tier was basically no assist whatsoever. But this season, we've allowed the racing line. I think it's only for this season. Obviously, when season 5 comes around, I think pretty much the top tier is just going to basically be no assists, and then probably T2, maybe racing line, and maybe if we get enough numbers for tier 3, for a third tier I should say, then could probably be allowed all assists and whatnot. That's probably the usual standard, and hopefully we do get 3 tiers in the future. That would be really nice to see. We actually had quite a hell of a lot of numbers sign up here for season 4 especially. I think we got 36 overall, so it was a pretty decent number. Of course, there was a few guys that did join up as well. Like I mentioned, originally my plan was I think I was going to spend the season on my own in the Toro Rosso, but since before this round, I think it was, had a guy Plinio Montero, I'm going to say is his name. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong, but he's now actually going to be my teammate for the rest of this season. So a big welcome to him. He's Brazilian, but he does live in Australia, I am told. So yeah, obviously big welcome to him. But you see, I did improve my lap time there on that lap. It was only just quicker, by about 5/100ths. But of course, we did drop down the table a little bit here, so we do finish up in about P7, I think this is, on the super soft tyres. And it's pretty much myself, Conrad, and R8, who's back in the racing seat on the super soft tyres. But it is Fans that does get pole position for the second round of the season. I can't remember exactly who got pole in the first round of the season, but there are a few guys down the field. But I'm going to show you the pole lap from VFens, and then we'll go straight into the racing here for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
Alrighty, welcome to the grid for my first race of the season, obviously the second round of the AOR Season 4. Race strategy-wise, again, it has sort of put me on the 2-stop here, but of course I'm going to try the 1-stop again, considering it did work in SRL, and obviously I'm going to try it again, but let's see if I can maybe stretch it out, just maybe a couple of laps more than I did in SRL. And of course I have a backup plan just in case something should occur, whether a safety car or whether I'm going to puncture later in the race. I have another set of super soft tyres for set formation lap.
Looks good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Thank you, Jeff, as always. So just taking things nice and calm as always here, but yeah, pretty quiet actually. Formation lap, no big dramas for a change, which is usually there's always something that occurs on the formation lap, but it's always...
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
That's always a good sign because it never really rains at Bahrain. I don't know, why. Probably because in the desert conditions anyway, but...
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
So let's see if we can score some points in our first race of the season. Obviously, it should be interesting. Let's find out. So... we get all ready. Here we go. We're all set for round number 2 here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. 5 red lights. Very long hole, but let's do it around Sakir. And not a great start from DRC Jared. Actually, both the Ferraris have had terrible starts by the looks of things. You see Big Chungus, they're going to have a look at the inside on V-fans. H-Show's going to go around the long way in the Mercedes. I think he's done it, so he just needs to hang on. We're just going side by side here, just getting ahead of Alan Hugo. I was waiting for the proximity arrow to change from red to white. It was going to cover the inside line here. Go very, very deep. Missed by, obviously, that should have broken a bit earlier there going into turn 4. But obviously, Alan Hugo gets straight back up the inside there and takes that position back from me here. It's now coming through. Oh, geez, Alan, that's not the place to be on that exit curve there. And that could have ended in a catastrophe for both of us there. But thankfully, it didn't. So... that's a real positive there. As yellow flags behind. I think that's my teammate there. Not the greatest of starts for him, unfortunately, but just managing to hang on here. We've been sort of in a bit of a Ferrari sandwich here at the moment, but obviously Alan Hugo ahead.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Thank you, Jeff. As Jarrett is behind as well, and obviously Jarrett is probably going to be one of the front runners for this season especially. Probably count V-Fans and maybe HO. Big Chungus, if you're wondering who on earth that is, probably the 99 part gives it away. It's actually Warden, so don't ask me why he's running Big Chungus for this season, but anyway, you see Alan Hugo going right around the outside here on R8. As like I said, R8 is back for this season back in the racing side of things. Obviously, he did take on a commentary role last season in mainly the F2 side of things, but we're going to see him going inside here into turn 4. There's a little bit of contact between us two here, and Jarrett's going to go straight up the middle here, and you've got to take 2 spots in one go, so very nicely done there from Jarrett here. You can see R8 sort of really struggling here as we nearly get caught up again in a little bit of drama. We're just out the inside here into turn 8. Now finally cleared R8, so he doesn't look like he's very comfortable at the moment on his super soft tyres compared to me, because I'm not really, I mean, yes, I'm trying to push on as much as I can, but I don't really want to burn up these super softs as quickly as possible. Now we jump down to lap 3 here, going down into turn number 10 as we just run it a little bit wide. This was, like I mentioned in the previous league racing video, this was always one of my bogey corners. That mainly turn 10 and a little bit turn 8 as well.
6.3 seconds.
So now you see Prez is starting to come at us here and a little bit here. Looks like the inside. No, actually, I think he's under a bit of attack there. Looks like Death Bro is back this season in AOR. Looks like those two having a little bit of a battle there, and it looks like a little bit of contact there. It was not ideal there from probably not the best view from my point of view, because everyone looks like they're lagging a little bit, but obviously Prez was racing last season back in the Red Bull for this season, but I think Death Bro's actually got ahead of him there, and that sort of helped me out because I started to pull a gap from those guys. Here's a replay from the start from V-Fence. He got a pretty decent jump there and covered straight away there, obviously on Big Chungus under turn 1, and quite comfortably should have the lead going into turn 1. Obviously, HO slotted in behind, going the long way round, and yeah, very nice start from those guys. Then down into turn 2, I think Big Chunga's go back at the inside there, as he has. There's always a bit of contact between those two. That is a replay a bit further back with Harry Ryan, who's actually back in AOR as well. Apologies if there's no audio in Harry's video for some unknown reason. What did he say? He's just trying to remember. When he sent the footage over to me, he said he left the party chat on for some unknown reason. Probably when he was last streaming for maybe when he was streaming Fortnite, because he is a well-known Fortnite fan anyway. So anyway, we're just going to have to do the best we can here. You can see the mid or the back of the pack here. There's a hell of a lot of battle going on there. And, yeah, not sure exactly what happened to my teammate there, whether it got caught up in the curb or a little bit of drama there. But you can see everybody fighting for position. Laggy trying to get the inside of Conrad. And I think he's got the move done. Mars Berserk trying to get by around the outside as well. He's in the Sauber for this season. Laggy's going well and truly off the road. No idea where he's going. That's yeah. There's a couple of guys actually from F2 who have joined us for this season. Conrad is one, Kaiwas is another one, and Calbo. They've all joined for this season, and there's probably a couple of other guys that are sort of returning, you could say, drivers. Harry being one of them, but here he goes straight up the inside here of Conrad. Very nice move there. There's a little bit of lag there from that laggy person. I don't think he had these into that. For that one there. You can see Alan Hugo there went nowhere off the line. It's a great start from R8. Going down into turn 1 here. Obviously a little bit surrounded here with R8. Just managing to hang on just in front there. And obviously what sort of helped him out here was obviously what had occurred behind with myself and with both the Ferraris. Well, mainly Alan Hugo, but let's see what happens here with these two. Here's nearly around at the back there of R8. There's a little bit of contact and between HO and Chungas, but HO just manages to hang on there for now. Going to send the one up the inside here. No, thinks better of it as Chungas there, and settle back in for the time being and hopefully get the spot back here. This is on lap 2, and obviously Alan Hugo going around the long way here. So obviously R8 trying to defend his position as best he can here. Let's see what happens as there goes Big Chungus up the inside. There's a little bit of contact between he and HO. I think he's got the inside line there. Yes, he does. That puts him up onto the second place in the race, and obviously trying to chase down V-Fence. But this is obviously me going out the inside there. There wasn't really much contact there between myself and R8, so I don't know what that was. Maybe a little bit of desync there. But yeah, Jared says thank you very much. I'll take 2 positions out of that one and gets up into P5. So very nice job there. R8 didn't really get on the curb there, so you can see he send it up the inside there and get the move done. And now obviously Prez going around the long way around here and has to back out of it here as Prez getting a little bit close there to the back end of my car, but see R8's really struggling here. Like I said, I thought he was really struggling on his super soft tyres, and here comes Death Bro around the outside on the Williams. I think he might get this done. Yes, I think he will. Should have the inside line here going to turn 12, and yes, he does. So R8's really starting to drop positions here. Big Spader going out the inside there. Slides the car coming out of turn 13 there. Now he'll be a bit under attack here from the other Williams here. Is that Matt, who of course is back again for another season. Again, a former F2 driver, of course. I think he got removed last season because of his internet connection, but it sort of has improved a little bit, but we'll wait and see whether it does or not. But now here comes Chicane, who of course is reserved for this season, as Matt comes the inside line here, making sure, I think mainly Chicane doesn't get past him as well, but all the way down to first gear, and actually R8 gets back ahead of Matt there, so Matt had to brake very early. It looks things goes well and truly off the track there. I think just managed to hang on to get all 4 wheels there. Oh, it's a bit sideways there, a little bit of contact. Loses spots to Chicane and Top Banter. Because Top Banter is another former driver in F2. I think where did he finish up? That's a bit of a curve moment there for R8. Can't remember. I think Top Banter finished possibly 4th in the championship there in F2 last season. So he'll be making the move up to the top tier for this season. But comes R8. Look up the inside here. There's a lot of battling going on here in the mid-pack. So you've got Matt there holding off Chicane, and Top Bandit trying to hold off R8. But there's a little bit of a lag moment there as you see his rears, I think, are really starting to die off here. Here comes Laggy up the inside here. Didn't have the greatest of qualifying, so he's obviously on the medium tyres, so doing the complete opposite strategy, but just managing to hang on for the time being. There's R8, but
check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Already getting strategy options on different strategy options on lap 5, but like I mentioned before, that battle that behind that Deathbro and Prez had, it sort of helped me out a little bit. Yes, I've sort of dropped away a little bit from the guys ahead, mainly DRC Jarrett and I think, obviously those front 5, but basically, it sort of helped me. You're pretty much on my own here, so I can pretty much just do my own race here and just try and not burn up the tyres as quickly as possible here. But back we go with R8. He's going to have a look up the inside here. There's a bit of battling going on as well, but we're still between Chicane and Matt. But I think Chicane's now got ahead of Matt for the time being. But we'll actually jump ahead here with Chicane. As Matt has a look up the inside there into turn 8. Just manages to hang on for the time being. Does Matt have a look at the inside? Probably not ideal. Oh, he gets a little bit of a shove there, does the Chicane, and Matt obviously runs very wide there. Wouldn't be surprised if he's got front wing damage. Somehow gets a 3-second time penalty for that one, which seems a bit weird. Nice glitchy game as always, but yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky one there. Don't know whether Matt was really going for the position or not, but that's really affected his race. Whether he has got front wing damage or not is a question mark. I'm not really too sure, but now on to lap 6 here. You can probably tell I'm sort of starting to conserve the tyres a little bit here. I'm sort of using a lot of high gears, especially through the corners.
Tyre update for you, and it looks like this set is coming to the end of its life. We don't anticipate having much more time before it's completely gone. The grip loss will be sudden, so be ready.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. So, obviously, I use lower gears as well to try and get off the corner a lot quicker as I can. But obviously, with the tyres starting to drop off, I use them a bit of a higher gear as well to sort of try and avoid the wheel spin a little bit here. But you saw there that was Chicane getting past R8, and R8 sort of failed out now, and he's going for the 2-stop by the looks of things onto a set of soft tyres. So yeah, that was assuming he's going on a set of on the 2-stop here, but I'm still carrying on here for this predicted 1-stop here. So here comes Deathbro here, so I have to cover the inside line here because obviously Deathbro looks like he's got fairly decent pace here. We're going down into turn 1, going to leave him a bit of space here. Probably could have maybe squeezed him out a little bit if I wanted to, but didn't want to be a bit silly here. Obviously first race for me for the season, just want to get some decent points to start off. But think about maybe going back up the inside here into turn 4, but no, not quite close enough. Next behind Prez is starting to catch up as well, and pretty much you can say the sister car at the sister team at Red Bull. You see I've sort of started to drop away a little bit here from a Deathbro, and at this point, I mean, I was tempted to go one extra lap on these tyres, but yeah, pretty much like last SRL, I decided to sort of bail out of it as well. So I'm just going to pretty much pull to the right-hand side, make sure Prez doesn't go up the inside here and affect my run into the pit lane. But yeah, much better run going into pit lane compared to SRL. So that's an added bonus. Yeah, like I was saying, I was trying to maybe go to the end of lap 8 if I could on the super soft tyres, but maybe I probably would have put myself in puncture territory, but I didn't really want that. So obviously come in for a set of medium tyres. So now I'm going to drop back behind here, and I think we should just come out ahead of R8. Of course, he's on the 2-stop like I mentioned. So we'll come out with a bit of fresh air, and I think he's got my teammate behind him. I'm not really sure. And then the other McLaren of Conrod, who thinks come in as well for maybe a 2-stop here. And I'm just trying to get the tyres up to temperature as quickly as I could. Obviously, next up for me on the road is Kiowa, so a bit of work to do to catch up to the guys ahead. I think my teammates had another spin there by the looks of things at the first couple of corners there, but I have a big moment coming off the curb there. That was definitely not ideal. Somehow I managed to save it. That was a definite heart in mouth moment, I can tell you. And you can see the next lap, I well and truly avoided that exit curve at turn 7, but I did run wide coming into turn 8 there. But we've cut now onto lap 11 now. You can see now all over the back here of Kaiwas, and I really wanted to get past him as quickly as possible here, as now my teammates now come into the pit lane, so not really a great day for him. I think this is actually, from memory, this is his debut race as well, so just trying to work out where I'm going to pass Kaiwas as quickly as I can. I did think about going up the inside of turn 8. This was really not helping my cause, because obviously R8 behind is obviously, like I said, on 2-stop and much quicker rubber, so this was sort of helping me lose a bit of margin behind to R8, so I had to get past Kaiwas as quickly as possible. Send it up the inside here in turn 8. Turn 11, I should say, and we get the move done. So that puts us up in the P15. But yeah, R8 goes, and a bit further back behind there, you can see R8 didn't muck around at all getting past Kaiwas, so that really got my blood boiling a little bit there. But anyway, we'll continue on and just try our best here and see if we can hold off R8 for the time being. So now we got the split screen, which is back again for season 4. I didn't use it a lot in season 3, but I brought it back for season 4.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine
now it's going to be a bit close here as we cut onto lap 12, I think, or lap 13, one of the two. There he goes, R8 up the inside. There's a little bit of contact between us, but what you see what's critical as well is that Deathrow's actually come out ahead after the pit stop, so he's maintained his position, which I was not really happy about, to be honest, because felt like obviously I was a bit close to him battling wise, but yeah, just managed to hold off R8 for the time being. Here's Fens
Go now.
coming in for he's one and only pit stop, so he's on to the medium tyres. I think Alan Hugo's come in as well. But there goes the guys that haven't yet pitted yet. That's Masters, obviously Fence's teammate, and Laggy. You still get to pit. They're on different strategies on the medium tyres, but does still come out ahead of I think both Big Chungus and HO. So I think it is anyway. So and probably Jared as well for that matter. But yeah, cut a bit further on with our point of view. Still under a bit of attack here. I mean, not at this point at the moment, but it did lose the back end a little bit there coming out of the final couple of corners here. So straight away I covered the inside line here going down towards turn 1, and R8's well and truly on it here. I probably should have maybe covered the inside line there going to turn 1, but just managing going side by side here, actually going through turns 2 and 3, giving each other plenty of space here. We have had our dramas in the past, but this so far been fairly clean racing so far. Trying to go right around the long way around here, but I think it's really worked here. So R8 will probably have the move done through in turn 6, and he does. So gets up the position there, does R8, and we have a little bit of maybe have a go there, but yeah, a bit too far back there. But also, probably what it did annoy me as well was that Prez actually come out ahead of both of us as well. So considering, well, especially considering he was behind me before the pit stops, it didn't really help my cause at all there. So you see he's still trying to hold onto the back here of R8, and obviously Top Banter behind is probably still starting to catch up as well, considering he pitted a few laps later than myself. But you see, look at Fence straight away covering the inside line here, because he knows he's got Big Chungus behind him. He Warden mainly going around trying to go on the inside here, but Fence is well and truly onto this one. These two ahead probably don't care what's going on. This is the effective race lead here as Chungus goes around the outside, turn to the inside line and gets the move done, and straight away covers the inside line there, and will take what is the effective race lead. So back we go to our battle again. This is on to lap number 14 now. But we're still hanging on. This is sort of a little bit of a payback here, going right. Look at the slipstream we got and the DRS as well, which sort of helps out big time here. Going very deep into turn 1 there. Do we manage to come out of it clean? We do. We sort of maybe compromised R8's one a little bit here, so we're going to have a look up the inside here, going into turn 4. Hopefully try and avoid what we did a little bit earlier on, but still going side by side here, actually coming through turns 5 and 6, but R8 does have the inside line there and just gets back ahead. So, well, I mean, it's sort of not really helping my cause. You probably saw that was actually Prez that actually has spun out and has now left the session. I think he may have disconnected from that one or something. I'm not sure. Not officially sure on that one, whether he's actually disconnected or rage quit, I'm not sure. But yeah, real shame for Prez, who's showing some pretty decent pace in this race. And yeah, we move on. So now trying to just hang on to the back of R8 while trying to hold off Top Banter. This is, it's a little bit of contact there between Fens and Laggy. Of course, Fens is trying to get by Laggy as quickly as he can because obviously you've got Jared behind, but he's losing ground to Big Chungus, who of course is on the back here of Mars Berserk here, and it would be surprising Chungus gets by quickly as soon as he can. Just a bit further back through the field there. There's Prez's ghost car here, on board with chicane here. Somehow gets an illegal overtake there.
Return the position.
Even though he's disconnected from the session, from the lobby. Yeah, that is very messy, if I'm completely honest, on Codemasters. But the fingers crossed that it's hopefully fixed in F1 2019. But here we go again on to lap 15 we go. Now still trying to hold on to see whether we can get back past R8. We go down the inside line here and down to turn 1. Obviously you've got Top Banter behind. Maybe a little bit of a payback there with a little bit of the push.
Brilliant. Nice move.
There, but we do get the position there, and here comes, didn't compromise R8's run a little bit here, so here comes Top Banter up the inside of the turn 4. I think he's got this one done, so yes, Top Banter now gets up into position 11.
2 seconds.
Obviously, like I said, there's still a few guys still yet to pit, so interesting to see where we do pop out in all of this. But now probably the pressure is starting to build on me because Top Banter's got some pretty decent pace. And obviously, different the amount of tyre life as well. Well,
caution.
Actually, you probably saw that HO's now out of the Grand Prix actually because he's had a big crash there coming out to the final couple of corners there. There's his car to the left. So the man who finished second last time out in Australia, not the greatest of rounds in Bahrain, and pretty much nearly similar to what happened last season here. But here comes Top Banter, going to go around the long way here. We're going to make him go the long way around here, leave each other space here, and but obviously he's got the inside line there and should have the move well and truly done. So now puts Toppy V up into position there to well, it'll be 9th. Oh, sorry, we're to P8, I should say. We're back down to P9. But obviously with HO DNFing now out of this race. And now R8 is all over the back of us here again, but I knew he was going to come in again for another pit stop, so all's not lost, really. We're probably still in a decent position here to get some decent points here. As here goes, this is a replay of Fens getting by his teammate Berserk. Doesn't really put up much of a fight there. Did get a little bit of help.
Increase the ERS deployment.
A bit of a slipstream there, but looks things. But yeah, anyway, this is a replay on board with Laggy. I think it was Marth Berserk just letting, well, he let Fens go through, and I think he's let Jared go through as well. So obviously these two are still yet to pit at this stage of the race. So they're trying to go as long as they can to get onto the soft tyres and go blazing towards the end of the race. Maybe a safety car could probably help them out a little bit. So here comes Alan Hugo in the other Ferrari up the inside into the final couple of corners, and yeah, Laggy doesn't really put up much of a fight there, but he did get there's a little bit of contact there. You can probably see.
The track is
that
clear.
obviously
Green flag.
has put HO out of the race. Now, probably at this point, I probably would have shown you HO's point of view, but unfortunately, I did try to get the footage off his Twitter, but unfortunately, my Sony Vegas program only could do the audio part, could not show the footage for some unknown reason. So, yeah, if you want to go see what actually happened to HO, you probably have to check out his Twitter to see what occurred there. It may have been a decent incident, I'm not really sure there, but anyway, our battle still continuing on with R8. Back to HO for a second. Not been a happy hunting ground around Bahrain for HO especially. Obviously season 1 we didn't do it. I think season 2 he was on pole but then disconnected. Season 3 obviously crashed out on lap 1, and now obviously season 4 a fairly decent position, and now got caught up again with Laggy possibly a little bit of desync there as this is a battle now still holding off R8 for the time being. Of course, we're still trying to catch up, hold on to the back end of top banter, but not really at the moment here. I think we're starting to drop away from top EV here, so we may have to drop a white flag there, maybe can't quite get that spot in the end, but Berserk gives a little bit of a nudge there to R8. I think he's trying to get back into the pit lane, so like I said, it wasn't going to be too long before the R8 come into the pit lane. They chuck on another set of soft tyres, I would assume, as it does. So
complete,
nice
go
job
now.
from the Renault boys, and I think he may come back out in a clean air, but yeah, back to my point of view, you can see now I have got a big train up my rear end, and this is probably a little bit of a worry here, because if I lose position to all these guys here, I'm pretty much out of the points. So I think nearly, Master Berserk actually has come in to fit on the soft tyres. Go as deep as we can go into turn 10, but it doesn't really work out. Well into turn 2 deep here. Now here comes Berserk up the inside here, going into turn 11. I think he should get this move done. Doesn't really put up much of a fight here. Now next up, obviously for him will be, I can't remember who it was in front of him, but now we're going side by side here with Chicane. He's pretty much on the same tyres as me, but of course I think he's got much fresher rubber compared to me. As now Matt's out of the Grand Prix. Not sure exactly what happened to him, whether he maybe got caught up in the curb around turn 12, because it is quite easy to do around that corner especially, so I would not be surprised. So just try and hang on for dear life.
Pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon.
To hang on to these guys. Chicane's trying to put a bit of a move here on Berserk. I'm trying to hold off Laggy for position. This is like for 9th and 10th with myself and Laggy. Then you have to take the corner cut. There's a little bit of push and shove there between Chicane and Berserk. So now Chicane has got the move up the inside for position 7. I don't think Berserk will give up without a fight. Obviously, much fresher rubber and different tyre compound.
Good job, nice overtake.
So still holding up Laggy behind the 9th and 10th. I think there's probably a little bit of a gap behind to Harry Ryan as Laggy tries to have a send up the inside there, but Berserk's not really catching up to Chicane as he loses on the curb and he's crashed down. Next, actually, safety car
on the MFD. Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Okay, copy that.
Wow, this has really changed the game now, and this is probably a blessing in disguise for myself, considering I am on fairly worn medium tyres. This is a replay of what occurred. So you can see just probably loose to the back end there on the exit curve. There's Master Berserk. Obviously the tyre wall was just waiting for him quite instantly there, and yeah, fortunately for Berserk, it's not been the greatest of runs well, this season. I think that's his first DNF, but considering he had so many DNFs last season, he probably want to be finishing a lot more races. Anyway, I think he finished the first race in Australia, albeit out of the points, but this is pretty much the leaders coming into the pit lane, so I was sort of watching these guys on the mini-map, and I was thinking whether these guys will actually come in and put on a set of fresh tyres, which they do. So Chungus comes out ahead of Fens. Somehow Fens just manages to keep ahead of Jared. I think Alan Hugo may have got held up a little bit there, had to double stack behind. But yeah, I knew at this point he was going to, I just had to come in and get off these tyres. And yeah, like I said, blessing in disguise, I could probably chuck on a set. Well, I did put on the soft tyres. There's top banter in the pit lane, so there's a lot of guys coming in for a fresh set of rubber here. So got a pretty much an all-out sprint towards the end of the race. But top banter does maintain a position, his position I should say, and he comes out in P9. P8 I should say, we're P9. And obviously we've fitted on the soft tyres. There's a bit of a tricky one here, whether to fit on the softs or the super softs. You can see lagging behind is going on to the super softs here. Depends on how long the safety car stays out for. This is going to be quite interesting. I think the majority of the guys ahead are probably on soft tyres as well. But going on to lap 21 here, you can see I'm just sort of scrolling through the menus here. You can see I'm just watching the display. Had to double check 3 times. I think it was, yeah, 3 times. Well, I checked twice, but I had to check a 3rd time there because you can see there, somehow I've actually got front wing damage. Now, to this point, I have no idea exactly how I got the front wing damage, whether that was that occurred from early in the race, maybe with maybe when R8 hit me on the first couple of laps, I think it was. I'm not really sure there, but it was interesting as Alan Hugo's got a 5-second stop-go penalty for a collision with chicane. What? There's a bit of an interesting one, but we're just keeping up behind. And yeah.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
Yeah, not thrilled at myself there for what occurred there. I think it's Death Row ahead. It's slowed up really massively there, and obviously Top Banter was trying to avoid him as best he can, but fortunately I didn't quite pick up on that one there. So yeah, I've got a bit more front wing damage now on my car. So I did think about contemplating about coming into the pit lane.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Thank you, Jeff. So I did contemplate about coming into the pit lane, but I decided against it considering I'm in a decent position. I wanted to score points, but of course front wing damage is going to have massive cause and effect here, especially in the straight lines.
We're racing again.
Maybe in the straight line speed and maybe in the corner. So here we go, the restart. There's Perez's disconnect car, so he's now got out of the way here. This is battling going on straight away. Fence, I think, is under attack there. Harry's had a shocking first couple of corners there. He's lost spots. You can see he's losing the back end. Top Banter's lost the back end as well, so he's really under attack now. Let's see if we can go around the long way here. Here comes Laggy up the inside here. There's a little bit of contact there, but that was fair. No dramas with that one. Now Harry's going to try and get back up the inside here, but no can do. He was one of the ones that actually stayed out during the safety car period and trying to stick it out on the medium tyres. I think the other one was chicane in the Red Bull, so whether it was the right move or not from those guys, not really sure there, but we'll wait and see. But I've been chasing the differential at this point of the race up to 100, considering where I had it earlier on, to sort of combat the understeer that I was having in this car. It sort of helped out a little bit there, but yeah, I mean, it didn't feel comfortable, I'll be honest, but I think later on I do change the brake bias a little bit. But see, now I'm under attack here from Harry in the Mercedes. I didn't expect to have him to have this sort of pace, but he's does a fairly decent pace to go side by side here with Conrad, and he just manages to get by Harry there for position. I think that's P10 in the race. I think it is. I might be completely wrong there, or check in a second there, but Conrad and Harry have come together there. That may have had maybe been a desync there, I'm not really too sure, but Harry sort of continues on there. But yeah, that was for the final position in the points. So that sort of case, this is a little bit of breathing room in a P9. Let's have a look here at the restart from the front, guys. There's a fairly decent start from these top guys. There's obviously big chunk of straight away. Well, it's a little bit tight there, going right up to the pit wall there. Nearly a Michael Schumacher, Rubens Barrichello Hungary moment in 2010. But see Jared going around the long way here, literally bumping wheels, these two. Coming out of turn 3, here comes the other Ferrari. So they're going to be sandwiched here. Here's Alan, there's Fans, I should say, but I think Alan backs out of it. Probably a good call there. But Fans really under attack here as you would think he'd have the pace here on the super soft tyres, but not so, as Jared gets up the inside and takes position 2 in this race. But Big Chungus, of course, still leading the way for the time being. There was a bit of drama behind. Oh no, R8 around the...
You've got front wing damage. Recommend you box for a new one. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Yeah.
Understood, copy that.
Yeah. That was probably more cold tyres, I think, that one for R8. So, yeah. A bit awkward there when they pretty much got he can't really do much. And unfortunately, first person to collect him was your teammate. So, yeah, not a great day at all for the Renault guys. So he's come in, puts on the medium tyres by the looks of things. Obviously, you need to change the front wing. This will put him well behind the pack now. So, it's in P15 actually. I think the last of the runners. of this race anyway. We're now lap 24, ahead fence, under a bit of attack from the other Ferrari of Alan Hugo. Going to make him go the long way around here. Again, these guys are on pretty similar tyres compared to the two in front. So Alan Hugo now puts himself up onto the podium for the Ferrari, so looking pretty good for a 2-3 at the moment. Obviously fans back in P4 as we go back to our full view for a little bit there. There's a little bit of battling going on ahead, which I thought would help my favour there a little bit, but not at the current moment. It's now cut a couple of laps later on to lap 26 now. Fans does a personal best, and now sort of rediscovered his mojo here a little bit here. Rediscover the pace that probably should have had on the super soft tyres. Going to go the long way around here on the Alan Hugo, and Jarrett sort of slipped away a little bit here from Big Chunker's ahead. His Morton's actually Truly pulled away ahead. As Fens comes the inside line here. Alan trying to go around the long way round the outside, literally going side by side. I think he's got the inside line here, and they should have that move done. So great battling all around there from those guys. Now R8 is out of the Grand Prix. Obviously is coming to the pit lane and obviously retired straight away. So here comes Fans now on the other Ferrari on lap 27.
Okay, clear.
Again, going to go around the long way here. Just give each other enough room here, but Jared just hangs on for the time being. Fans gets a warning for his troubles for that one. So he couldn't quite do it on lap 27. But lap 28, this one might be a little bit better. Jared straight away covers the inside line here. So he's going to make Fens go the long way around here. And for the moment, Big Chunkus looks like possibly he could be on track for maybe the race win here in Bahrain. I'm not sure what the situation is, penalty situation here, but Fens covering straight away here on DRC Jarrett. I'm nearly losing my voice here. I don't know how I'm still going here. It just squeezes him out now, and now Fens gets back up into P2. The possible win still up on for grabs up the front there. Anything's not out of the question at this stage here. As now back we go to our point of view, and obviously back to the split screen we go. Myself and Harry. So here comes Harry up the inside here into turn 14, gets the move done. So very nice job from Harry, but obviously he will have DRS and I don't, because he got the DRS detection line, did Harry. Now he moves himself up into P10. So have a nice dive bomb there up the inside, and probably a little bit thankful there. I think Harry opened the steering wheel a little bit there, because that would have ended in chaos, I can assure you. But just managing to hold on here, but we've got pretty decent speed up in the inside here into turn 4.
Leading our teammate by 5.
A little bit of contact there between myself and Harry, and I felt like I maybe squeezed him a little bit too hard. I'm not really too sure. Harry might confirm whether that squeeze was a little bit too much or not, but I decided to let him go here. So obviously that puts Harry up into position 9. Fairly decent result from the man who hasn't raced for quite a while. We have to go all the way back to when was the last time we raced? Bahrain. Yeah, probably would have been Bahrain season 2, I would have think anyway. So you see I'm still really struggling with this front wing here. I think trying to get the spot back on Harry's probably a long shot now. Here comes Conrad up the in. Gonna have a look up the inside here. About to go into the final lap here. Up the inside he goes and gets up into the final points position here. So now basically all or nothing here.
Okay, keep on him. You might make a mistake.
See, this is just basically all or nothing here, is to try and get a single point. Any single point will do. For the first race, my first race of the season. Go to the inside here into turn 1. I think Harry's got himself out of range there, so that does help him a little bit here. So he'll probably pull away a little bit there. There's a little bit close call there. Myself and Conrad, that may have something to do with lag. Going up the inside here into turn 4. There's a tiny little bit of contact there, and I think we spun Conrad around, which, yeah, again, I didn't feel like...
Gap to car in front is 3.5 seconds.
Now, obviously, we lost ground to Harry, but I felt like the move was not, well, I mean, I could have probably done it a little bit cleaner there, but yeah, so I decided to let Conrad go back through there. Does a little bit of a weave there, but actually locks up going into turn 11 here, so pretty much all on here, as Big Chungus looks like he's gone on to win the Grand Prix. We go around the outside here as we go make more contact with Conrad. we've now damaged the front wing even more. It's now red. Now my teammates come from nowhere. The safety car's probably helped him out a little bit up into the poise position. And this is going to be our last shot here. We've got to try a bit of a crisscross here with damaged front wing and all. We're just going to do it, I think. So we're just going to get across the line in P10 and get the final points. Oh, man. I tell you what, that was fully hectic.
I can see them on their way out to the podium now. Force India have really come a long, long way in this sport. And what a special race this was to see them earn that top spot.
So yeah, great job. I'm nearly losing my voice right left to center. I don't know how I've got through this video all around, but oh wow, that was, like I said, what a battle that was to the end of the race. Somehow avoided all of that anyway, and yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on here at the front here because I wasn't sure what the penalty situation was, but you'll probably see in a second here as the fence just runs a tiny bit wide. Cops himself a 3-second time penalty. Now, you'll probably see in a second as we get a bit more XP there. We're actually into the silver ranking there for F1 2018, so I still don't know what that means. But it probably actually cost Fens the race win there because if he didn't get that single slight cut there, and oh yeah, you know what I mean, he probably would have won the race. So Big Chungus does win the race ahead of Fens and DRC Jarrett, who ran out the podium there. There's probably scrolled down a little bit too early there. There's a few of the 4 DNFs there. Alan Hugo in 4th. You got Death Bro, Laggy, Top Banter, Harry, Ryan, Chicane, and myself rounding out the 10. And obviously my teammate just missing out on the points. Sorry for stealing the final points pay position, but I mean it was all or nothing really for that race. But anyway, here's the championship standing. So now Alan Hugo continues. He has to have his championship lead by now 13 points over VFens, who continues his streak of third placings. We're now P13 with the first points of the season, obviously with that singular point, so that does help us in the championship-wise. And you can see every single person there on the list there, where they're placed at the moment. There's the constructors, so Ferrari have a 30-point gap over Force India, who now move up into second position, I believe, with obviously that win from Big Chungus, or Warden. Sauber in P3, then you got Mercedes and Williams, Haas, Renault in 7th, I should say, on 4 points. And you got Red Bull, Toro Rosso, now got our first point of the season. And of course, McLaren is still yet to score a single point. So, yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed my first race of the season, but obviously the second round of the season. I'm nearly losing my voice, so I probably should wrap this up. But if you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. As always, you can leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more AOR Oceania content on F1 2018, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. As always, all my social media links will be down in the description, so be sure to give me a follow. Plus, you can also check out the links for the Apex Online Racing, their website, for the forums, their YouTube channel. You can check out the live streams every Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll probably put the link in there for their Twitter page as well if you want to go check that out as well. But yeah, until the next race, which will be, what is the next race? I don't really know. I think it's the Chinese Grand Prix, actually. Until then, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.